What is up, guys? Welcome back to Dan's Reviews, and today I'm back for another video for Fear the Walking Dead. This one is going to be doing my weekly good and bad video for this week. This one is going to be actually my very first the good and bad video for Fear the Walking Dead. Definitely a great start for, the best first kind of character to do a good and bad video for is for the last surviving Clark and the last character from the pilot episode of Fear the Walking Dead. This one's going to be doing the good and bad of Alicia Clark from Fear the Walking Dead.
I've already been on the wrong side of taking what people need.
Tell them they're making more enemies than friends out here.
And we got more bullets than we know what to do with.
We're not doing careful. We're doing right.
Okay, guys, so this is going to be doing my weekly video for this week. This one's going to be doing the weekly good and bad video for this week. This one, like I said, is the very first Fear the Walking Dead, the good and bad video, for this new little series that I've started this year, which is the good and bad videos. And, I think people are liking them so far. I think they're doing pretty good. So, we're going to continue with them and all that kind of stuff. And, I enjoy doing these every Saturday. They're really cool. And, yeah. So, anyway, this one was suggested by Brian Akeem, of course, who, is a huge fan of the channel, I know for a fact, as well. A huge fan of Alicia's character in Fear the Walking Dead. So here is the suggestion right here on the screen. The Alicia Clark, good and bad video. So, and if you guys want me to do some other ones on some of the other characters from Fear the Walking Dead, let me know, or any other characters from the Walking Dead universe. Whoever is the first one who suggests, next week's good and bad video, I will pin your comment at the very top so everybody can see that you suggested it. So, the usual stuff. So, really cool stuff. So, anyway, this character. So, probably my favorite character in Fear the Walking Dead. Right now, definitely, I really do like Morgan. I really do like Dwight, because they're great characters from the original Walking Dead series. But the thing is about them is that I feel like they've just really messed up their characters a bit in Fear. Alicia is one that has just been awesome from the very beginning all the way till the mid-season finale of Season 5. And I do love her in the second half of Season 5, but I do have a couple problems with her in the second half of Season 5. But, at the same time, I understand what they're doing with her at the same time, too. So, there is that. But, she actually is the last character, and I'm sure Brian is probably very kind of, I'm sure he's just as shocked as me on this one, is that, she really, throughout the series, she's the only character that really has been around since the pilot. Everybody else has died at some point. It's really crazy, and I'm sure that's probably another reason why he wanted me to do a video on her, is because she's the only surviving character from the beginning. Honestly, it's really, yeah, of course there was Strand, there was Daniel, but, I mean, they came in later in Season 1. She is the only, Clark member left, and it's just crazy to think. So, we started off, of course, with her in school. Of course, everything kind of goes down. The world falls apart. She has that one boyfriend of hers who's bit, instantly, right? And she thinks that they can save him and stuff, and she realizes that they can't. So that definitely is a big deal to her. And then she kind of adjusts to the world pretty quickly, actually. And we get to see her in Season 1 have a bit of a bond with Chris. At first, I thought they were maybe going a little bit of a romantic storyline there for a minute. But then you find out pretty quickly that, no, Chris is psychotic, and no, he's fine. He's not going to, nothing's going to happen between the two of them. But I did think for a little bit that Alicia and Chris were going to have something. But then I would have been like, oh, well, hang on, because Travis is dating Madison. So it's at first I thought that, and then I sat there and I'm like, okay, maybe not. But you guys know what I mean? In Season 1, didn't you guys get the vibe that, Chris and Alicia, they maybe were starting to do something with the two of them, and then it's then they kind of quickly got away from that whole idea. I don't know, that's just me, but and I know a lot of people were discussing it around that time. So anyway, but it doesn't make sense. So and Chris is crazy anyway, so it wouldn't have worked. Basically we have the boat storyline. We have her on the radio and stuff like that, and definitely this is a big deal because this is kind of the first time where she realizes that you can't trust people, man. She talks to Jack on the radio. She thinks he's a good guy, that type of deal. She runs into him, and they get captured. She gets captured with Travis, and then Connor kind of deals with them and stuff like that. Now, Connor as a villain in Season 5, what a crazy background villain. Honestly, let me please mention that. What a crazy, just background villain. He's barely there. The one scene that I remember Connor is when he got bit on the arm. Literally, he was, never there. It's just, I don't know. But anyway, so Alicia's with Jack. She kind of wants to trust him. Then she realizes she can, so she jumps off the thing and goes into the water. And she's like, "Screw you, Jack. I don't care." So, yeah. Anyway, and she says, "I'm sorry," but you know full well she can't be that sorry. You know, she's like, "No, Jack, you're crazy." You know. So, anyway, we get to see the whatever the like Celia's place, the whatever place that was. And of course, Nick kind of splits off with the group. Alicia and Madison kind of have a bit more time with just the two of them. Since Nick is not in the picture now, Madison's not so much focused on Nick. She kind of tries to focus more on Alicia, but I really, the part that got me is when Madison's trying to get Nick to come back to the hotel and they clear it out and stuff, and you know, and he's like, "Yeah, you're blah blah blah," like Madison's like, "Yeah, you don't understand, your child," and this and that, and Alicia's like, "I'm your child, Madison," like what the heck, like, you know. So yeah, that little scenes like that I think is why people don't like Madison, because she really kind of just ignored Alicia for a lot of the time and just focused on Nick. I mean, rightfully so, because Nick is, you know, a drug addict, but at the same time, I mean, come on, give Alicia a little bit more attention. Like, geez, like it's like she ignored her a lot of the time. I kind of felt bad for Alicia, but anyway, so her first kill at the end of season 2, with the whole everything kind of goes down at the hotel. Travis loses his mind and injures the guy's brain and kills him basically. Kills the two guys. You know, we find out Chris is dead and all this stuff. But of course, Alicia kills the first person on the hotel when they're attacking Travis. So that was the first time Alicia killed a human, so definitely worth mentioning. And very good decision with Alicia's character to really step up and, you know, defend Travis and, basically, to take care of the problems, because, you know, beforehand with Jack, you know, it's like, you know, like, and very bad decision to go back and kind of like to really consider how, she was on the radio giving this guy all this information, and by the time you get to the end of season 2, she's starting to kill people now that try to hurt her family and stuff. Like, that's when I started to really like Alicia. And then in season 3, we get to see her, of course, at the border with everybody else, and then we do get to see her experience Travis just die. Or at least get fly out of the helicopter. So that definitely, you know, messes with Alicia a lot. Just her mind and everything. She's kind of like, I can't believe like Travis just died. And that's the fans when you see Travis just like fly out of the helicopter in episode 2. We all react just like Alicia. We're all like, you think Travis is still out there somewhere? Like, just in denial, because it just kind of like it came out of nowhere, you know? So, yeah, so Travis's death still just upsets me to this day, to be honest. But, anyway, so we get to see a little bit more bonding between Alicia and Jake. They, you know, form a relationship. We do have the one episode, too, where she goes down there and smokes drugs with the kids, which is kind of, you know, I mean, they say it's all this, like Bible reading and stuff, you know, then they go down there and it's just, like a bunch of drugs and stuff. And you have the one walker head and stuff that's there. So, and she talks about how it was easy to kill the one guy that she killed back at the hotel. So, some cool stuff there, and anyway, basically we get to see the relationship between her and Jake. We get to see, the ranch be kind of taken over by Walker, everything that's going down there. We do get to also see Madison do some pretty crazy decisions around this time, and Alicia's not very sure of it, you know, but, we get to see Alicia lose Jake. She is trapped basically with the zombie herd. We have them all locked like underground and stuff like that. And you got to give it to Alicia. Very good decision by Alicia to keep everybody safe and try to keep everybody as calm as they can until Madison and the others kind of came and showed up. So Alicia's episode was very good when they were trapped like underground and stuff. I really liked that episode because I think Alicia is one of the best characters to possibly lead an entire episode on her own. And she's had a few episodes now that she's led on her own, and that one may be my favorite episode that Alicia led like on her own. I hope in season 6, if they're gonna do a bottle episode in season 6, please make one of just Alicia. I think that would be really cool. And I noticed that lately they do like one per season or so. That's like a bottle episode with Alicia. If you guys didn't notice that, so they kind of do that like every season, which is kind of cool. So yeah, cool stuff. So, because we had the one underground, we had the one with her and Charlie, the one with her, Strand, and West. You know, like, so you know, they kind of, they kind of have, like, the one episode a season where it's very focused on just Alicia. So, hopefully we'll get that in season 6 as well. But anyway, so we get to see, basically, because she's a character that could carry an episode on her own. So, we have the Proctors that come in, the ranch is fallen, everything that goes down there, and then we have the massive time jump, of course. And this is when Alicia kind of turns into almost like a villain. per se, when she's kind of going after Morgan and John and Althea that just kind of want nothing to do with the Vultures and what they, anything about that. John just wants to find Laura, or June or Naomi or whatever the hell you want to call her. Althea is doing her videotape thing. Morgan just wants to leave all the time. And then you have Alicia that's just killing all the Vultures and making Morgan and them surround. Like, Alicia at that point in season 4 was almost like a villainish, which I kind of like that approach a little bit. And then, we find out, well, first, of course, in order, I guess we should say, Madison dies first, she loses Madison, and then she loses Nick, even though it's shown the other way around, but season 4 had all these mixed timelines, but anyway, really cool stuff, and, this is probably the worst half season, ever for Alicia, honestly. Alicia loses Madison, and then, I don't know how long it was between when the stadium fell and when they ran into Morgan on the road, but, I'd like to know how long that was, how much time, if it was a couple months or something, but, or even maybe just a couple days, I don't know, but, Alicia lost Madison and then Nick, for all we know, in, under, a month or something, we don't know, so that's crazy to think, and, stupid Charlie for doing that, right? So, we get to see her very vicious after that. She wants to kill Charlie. We have the episode where she kind of can't kill Charlie and stuff like that. They kind of connect a little bit during the storm. She wants to take her to the beach, and then you have Martha that's interfering and stuff. And, man, one thing about Alicia, though, is that she still has a heart, she still saved the kid that just killed her darn brother, a little while ago, She still saves Charlie, even after all of that. So, Alicia has a big heart, and definitely, I'd say it's a good decision to save Charlie, because, Charlie can be useful. She kind of is good at, the spy type stuff, and, that type of deal. You could make an argument, though, that maybe she should have just killed Charlie, but she is still a kid. And you can tell Charlie does regret what she did, because, she was considering killing herself, a bunch of times during that episode, and Alicia noticed that, and Alicia is just like her mom. She wants to give people a chance and stuff like that, so I like that, and, I thought that was pretty cool. But, basically, first half of Season 5, we get to see Alicia, probably my favorite Alicia we've ever seen. Killing zombies like they're nothing, going out there, she's trying to help people, at the same time, she's like, Morgan, we can't help everyone, and just Alicia, she's like a superhero in the first half of Season 5. She's just awesome, and, then, of course, we have the poisoning of the walker blood, the radiation stuff, which got me a little nervous. And then, of course, she just takes a shower and it all goes away. So, somehow, I don't know. But I have to say, Alicia in Season 5, the first half, probably one of my favorite Alicias. Just love Alicia in that season so much. Now, the current stuff. So, of course, the stuff where she meets Wes, they start painting. She's too afraid to kill walkers. And in the Season 5 finale, she starts to kill walkers again. But I don't know, I feel like Alicia, her painting trees, I hope they don't go too much into that. I hope that she starts killing zombies again, and as you guys can see in the trailer of Season 6 that we got, she's, killing zombies and stuff like that. She's got, a blue jacket on now. She's killing zombies again, so, we got our Alicia back, and, I'm very happy about that. So, I want to hear from you guys. What do you think about Alicia's character? I love her character. I think decision-wise and, good and bad decisions, communicating with Jack on the radio and telling them where they were, bad decision. Look at what happened, she could have been killed because of it. Luckily, she wasn't. Then, of course, killing the guy at the hotel, her first human kill, very good decision, defending herself, that type of deal. Having a relationship with Jake, nothing wrong with that. That was also a very good decision, and Jake was a good character, Jake is a character I wish we could have seen survive with Alicia and then be almost the Maggie and Glenn or something of Fear. Don't you guys wish we saw Jake survive with Alicia and her and Jake kind of become the Maggie and Glenish of Fear? I don't know, I think that would have been cool, because we really don't have that type of relationship in Fear, that Maggie and Glenn where we really care about both characters and their relationship. I cared a lot about Alicia and Jake's character and them as a couple themselves, and then he gets killed, and it's just, it all, just kind of all goes down, and it's terrible. So, but anyway, and that's one mistake of Season 3, is just killing way too many characters, and Jake is definitely one of them, so I had to feel bad for Alicia during that. And then, losing her parents in Season 4, losing Madison, her dad before the apocalypse, and then losing Madison, and then losing her brother because of stupid Charlie. You could make a case that it's because of Charlie that Madison ended up kind of dead at the same time, too, so there is that. And then in the second half of Season 4, kind of trying to be who her mother would want her to be, saving Charlie either way. And then in Season 5, her just going absolutely crazy and just killing all the zombies, doing all this stuff. And then in Season 5, her kind of going back to a little bit more normal, connecting with Wes. And I don't mind the idea of Alicia and Wes in a relationship. I just don't like the whole painting whatever thing. Like, it's just, it's a little bit ridiculous, and, you know, I'm not too fond of it myself, if I'm being honest. But whatever, it is what it is. So, write your comments in the comment section below, guys. I want to hear from you guys. What do you think about Alicia's character all the way through the series? I personally really like her character, and I think she's a pretty much perfect character, you know? And if Morgan dies, which, you know, I don't think he will, but if Morgan ever dies, she is a character I would love to see lead the group, and I want to see Alicia kill Virginia. Can we please get that? Like, if it's not going to be Morgan, because he just won't kill anybody, please make it be Alicia that takes down Virginia. I need to see Virginia versus Alicia. I just need to see that and Alicia win, and I want it to be one of those where it's like the most easiest fight ever, and Alicia just wins so easily, because Virginia is just so, like, weak and ridiculous, and just kind of a dumb villain for the show. So anyway, I want to hear from you guys. That's enough from me. I really enjoy talking about Alicia's character. She's definitely my favorite character in Fear the Walking Dead right now. Who's your favorite character in Fear the Walking Dead right now? If it's not Alicia, write that down in the comment section below, guys. So anyway, if you're new here, guys, click the subscribe button so you miss any of my Walking Dead videos or my Fear the Walking Dead videos. Follow Dan's Walking Dead reviews on Instagram, guys. And of course, I will see you guys really soon for another Walking Dead video and maybe some more Fear the Walking Dead videos. Enjoy the rest of your day, guys, and peace out.